This I-24 interview, which aired today, Thursday, May 15th, 2025, is Mosab Hassan Yousef's first major appearance in months. He's been completely silent on his X account in 2025, and aside from one February speech in Israel, which we posted on our channel, rumors were swirling. Where is Mosab? Is he safe? Well, now we know. And he not only is safe, he looks calm, strong, and full of clarity. From calling Hamas a dying animal, to comparing their fate to the Nazis, to saying you can say goodbye to Gaza, this interview is packed with raw truth, courage, and rare insight from someone who knows Hamas from the inside. Watch the interview carefully until the end, and then tell us in the comments below. What do you think?
Hello, good evening, dear Musab. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good, thank you.
Good evening. I'm good, and thank you. How do you see everything that is happening around us? 1 year and a half fighting against Hamas. What is Israel doing right and what's wrong?
Hamas is not in a good position. They are a dying animal. They know that. And the only card in their hands is the hostage cards, or using their own civilians as human shields. With that said, I can see only outcome out of this. But I really don't know the price that we will have to pay all the way to the finish line. And that outcome is the end of Hamas and the realization that jihad against Israel will not destroy Israel. It will only backfire. Those who think they're working on the authority of the divine against the Jewish people will realize very soon that they're mistaken.
How do you see the end of the war? How is Israel supposed to end the war and eliminate Hamas? Is it possible?
Look, removing Hamas from power will be a significant step. And the Muslim Brotherhood ideology, whether if it's the Islamic movement within Israel, Gaza, Jordan, Egypt, Turkey, this is going to take a much longer time. And this is not only Israel's job, because the Muslim Brotherhood is cancer. And it's not only a threat against the state of Israel. It's also a threat against many people who want to live in peace in the Middle East. So we don't want now to try to figure out how we can end a task that has been developing for almost 100 years, since Hassan al-Banna and Sayyid Qutb. But eventually, the same way the Nazis or Nazism ended up in the head of a dead man, eventually. Same thing with jihadists and jihadist ideology. This is the only outcome. Once the vast majority understand what the jihadists are all about, I think things will start changing to better.
Last question, Musab Habibi. Do you think there is any chance that Gaza Strip will be peaceful place, or will they live in immigration as refugees forever?
Look, Gaza, and I said this before President Trump proposal, you can find it actually online months, even from the beginning of the war. I said all depends on the price that Israel has to pay in Gaza after the attacks of October 7th. And I think the price is really huge for everybody, for humanity. And it would be a form of insanity to let extremists, jihadists, to rebuild their infrastructure beneath refugee camps. This refugee camp is almost 70 years old. Israel succeeded building a democratic state, and what so-called Palestinians, blinded by their hatred, they succeeded in building refugee camps where the swamp is all over the place, the sewage, no infrastructure, full of corruption, full of hatred, full of oppression, abuse against women, against children, child indoctrination. So now, this movements like Hamas, Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad, they thrive in this type of environment where there is no life, where there is chaos, where there is disease, where there is. This is the climate where their ideology can, hateful ideology can thrive. So, dismantling refugee camps. First of all, we help the people of Gaza because before they did not have a choice. Why rebuild a refugee camp? Why, if these people can actually move on into their life, a third country, or wherever they want to go, out of this misery, and have a decent life finally. We don't want to repeat this vicious cycle for eternity. You can say goodbye to Gaza, like most likely, because I don't see any other choice. I hope that the plans of allowing Gazans to choose their future somewhere else, far away from trouble, I hope that this plan will go through. And in my opinion, now the operation on the ground translates to that. This is exactly what's happening. Cut the aid from Hamas, deplete them, and execute as many as you can of these clowns. They are total separation from the divine. They are totally separate from the source. Totally lost in the rabbit hole of their delusion, causing harm to themselves, to their children, to other people's children, and to all those who choose to live and enjoy life. We don't want this. It's enough. Enough is enough.
Thank you, Musab. Really, thank you for these brave things. Hope next time we will have you here with us.
Mosab Hassan Yousef is not just speaking from the outside, he's speaking from within. He was raised in Hamas. He saw the hatred, the indoctrination, the chaos, and he walked away, not just for himself, but for truth, for life, and for peace. In a world filled with lies and propaganda, voices like his are rare and dangerous to those who thrive in darkness. That's why his safety matters. That's why this interview matters. And that's why we need to amplify voices like Mosab's. So if his message moved you, if you believe the world needs to hear what he has to say, share this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and stand for truth. Because the battle isn't just on the battlefield, it's in the